This is a Baby Lakes biplane, which was designed, I think it was in the late 50s by Barney Oldfield. This project I picked up in 2011 as supposed to be one of those 6 months, be able to get it done, and 4 years later we had it flying. So I found it on Barnstormers and did a little bit. It was a very well built, the welds looked great and everything was straight. So I worked for an airline and they'd expired paints and stuff, and I had some yellow and red paint. And I just had picking the colors with that. And my son, who's 15 now, was 5 then, and he was a fan of the Disney Cars movie. He goes, "That's Lightning McQueen colors." And I thought to myself, that is the perfect paint job for a cartoonish looking little airplane. I actually live on a small private airstrip just north of Columbus, Ohio. Kind of an airport community. There's about 5 houses on it, so I'm lucky enough to have a hangar in the backyard with a heated shop. Probably the first thing was the first landing gear I ever built. So the original gear that was on it was a cut down Aronca Champ gear, which is probably about 4 inches shorter than the current gear that's on there. And I kind of went back and forth. I took the engine off. I was doing all the finishing work and finishing the airplane up. And after putting the engine back on it, I thought, well, maybe it's tall enough, because the struts would extend. I put the engine, but no, that's not long enough. So I kind of like the looks of the taller gear, so went ahead and went overboard and went with about 4-inch extension on length on the gear and went to the die spring suspension on it. In the air, it's a real easy flying airplane. Worked myself up for the test flights and it was really not eventful. The only difference is, after about 5 hours of flying it, the rudder, everything kind of slows down a little bit because everything seems really super hypersensitive and it's just over controlling it basically. After about half hour in the saddle, I wish it was bigger. It's not real comfortable to sit in. You're pretty much sitting flat on the floor with your back almost 90 degrees. And it's about a 500-mile trip up here, so we stopped in Broadhead for the Pete and Pole fly-in. So it was about 5 hours total flying, but each leg was about 1 hour and 10 minutes. So enough time to get out, stretch a little bit, get back in and keep going. But I'm an aircraft mechanic by trade. I work for a corporate flight department, maintain a business jet, but it's just kind of something different, just to be able to change things the way you want it and make it the way you want it, instead of the way it has to be per the type certificate. Be able to create, design, and just kind of create your own image in your head and turn it into something physical that you can fly in and enjoy.